Hey everyone, welcome back. We made it to episode 2. My name's Deets and this is Anvil of Doom Miniatures. Picture this, you're 12 years old, you just walked into a news agency or a magazine shop or something like that. You pick up White Dwarf and you start flicking through and there's these beautiful models, white, gold, silver and blue, and they're just slapping you right in the face. And you think to yourself, this is the army for me. This is what I want. Ever since that moment, I was hooked on High Elves, or you could say I was high on High Elves. I spent years out of the Warhammer game. It wasn't only until the last year that I've kind of got back into it. I always watched from the sidelines and really enjoyed the lore and everything about Warhammer, but when I was younger, I never could really afford to buy an army. I'd beg my parents, but it wasn't, I came from a big family and it was kind of hard, and a few people out there know what I'm talking about. It was hard to really build that army. So today, I'm going to show you what I've done in the past 6 months, building my dream army from start to finish using Facebook Marketplace and eBay. So buckle up, buckaroos, we're about to get high on High Elves. So first up, I want to show you my units. And in the beginning, I sat on Facebook Marketplace a lot, watching, always waiting for something to pop up. So I managed to get my hands on these guys. The High Elf Warriors or Spearman Regiment. These guys, like a lot of High Elf units, are iconic. And even the box gives me an enormous amount of nostalgia. This box has the option to make Spearmen or the famous Lothern Sea Guard, warriors of the Phoenix King's fleet. Next up, I scored these old Phoenix Guard minis off Marketplace, all metal for a bargain price. These are the first batch paint I ever done, so forgive the paint job. I tried keeping the colours classic, but I will eventually repaint these. Next are the White Lions of Crace, and by far one of the coolest units I own. They're the personal guard of the Phoenix King and are super badass, strong units on the tabletop. I still have to paint the banner and create it, but I'm happy the way these really turned out. Next up is my sealed box of Swordmasters. The Swordmasters are another banger of a unit, and I seriously can't wait to open this box up and give them some paint. The next mini is a special one. My parents actually got me this for my birthday last year. It's a Tyronic Chariot. It's really, really beautiful model. It's still sealed as well in the box, and even just looking at the colors and up to the white and the blue, this is another one that gives me a lot of nostalgia. I really can't wait to open this up. Maybe I'll paint this one in a video in the future or something like that. So maybe comment down below if you want to see me paint this one up. Okay, let's move on to some special stuff. Who doesn't love a mage? Here are my metal mage models. I have some different sculpts and all are pretty unique. I'm always on the lookout for these on eBay. I really do love painting mages. They're really cool, and I always love to add little stars and cool little unique colors to them, like pops of pink and purple. And so here are some of my heroes, the bad boys of the army. Eltharion the Blind, who is one of my favorite minis of all time. This guy's pose is so dynamic and I probably paid too much for him, but I'm glad I grabbed it because I haven't seen this model for sale since I bought it in my area anyway. So I'm really, really happy I managed to get my hands on this guy. Next is the Phoenix Guard hero, Caradryan. The backstory for this mini is pretty dope, so give it a Google if you can. I don't want to go on about it all day, because I'm probably talking too much anyway. He's another badass of the High Elves. I gave him a gold treatment to his armor to make him stand out a little more, and I really enjoyed painting this one up. It was probably one of the funnest minis I've had to paint so far. And how could I forget these two? Tyrion and Teclis. The OG big dogs of the High Elves. The Yin and Yang brothers. One who's the most powerful sorcerer in the old world, and the other who's an absolute machine on the battlefield. These two are pretty special and I can't wait to get some paint on them. You're going to have to forgive me for plonking them on the display like this. There's no way to hold them up, so whatever. Now for the meaty boys of the collection. First up we have this Flamespire Phoenix. I grabbed this one off Marketplace by accident. I went to go pick up a Chaos Chariot model, and the person who was selling it to me invited me in to show off their Warhammer collection. This thing was sitting in the bottom of a cupboard and I asked if they still wanted it. So the next thing you know, I'm walking out of their house with this model basically given to me. Fun fact on the back, I think that's Caradryan is right there, so yeah. And I've saved the best for last, my all-time favorite mini, or one of my all-time favorite minis. I probably shouldn't pick favorites, but this is absolutely a banger, and you probably recognize this one. It's Prince Imric and his dragon. Where do I start? It's an amazing sculpt, easily recognizable, and embodies the High Elf aesthetic from top to bottom. I've probably said the same thing about every model, but this thing is a beauty. I'm almost scared to build and paint it. I found this guy on eBay and I paid way too much, but it was worth it. This was originally the model I set out to find from the start. And looking back when I was younger, I remember seeing it and I was like, oh man, that's exactly what I wanted. And when I set out the day, months ago, I was like, I'm gonna build my High Elf army. I was looking for this guy. I was looking everywhere and one popped up and I missed my opportunity because I was too slow. So there's like a moral to the story. If you see it, sometimes it's better just to grab it while you can. Comment below and tell me what your dream model is and if you have it. And special mention, here are a few fun models and heroes that I've collected as well. There's still a few more models which I'm looking for. I'll find them eventually. I always have my eyes peeled on eBay, which you probably should too. But with the release of Old World around the corner, these models might be getting a revamp or are going to be easier to get. I don't know what the details are with Old World yet. We're all still waiting around for that, but we will find out really soon, I'm guessing. My main goal is to get these painted before the Old World release, but I don't think I'll be able to do that now. I painted a fair few, but we'll see how we go. Comment below. Tell me what your favorite model was that I showed you today, and if you could like and subscribe, that'd be great. I think I forgot to mention on my last video to like and subscribe, and my girlfriend got angry at me for not mentioning it. So yeah, like and subscribe, comment, and please share, and yeah, have a good day. Cheers.